All right, we are here with Behind the Stripe episode 2. It is Ken Morris, your star, and my co-star, what's his name?
Trevor. It's Trevor,
Trevor.
Ken.
Trevor just
Trevor.
quit his job at Target, and he is blowing up the universe
Never
right
worked at Target.
now. So look, today is going to be literally the reason for Behind the Stripe. Behind the Stripe is about the lawn care community, but it's also about how the hell do people get through life? How do you get through situations? How do you become better in a world that just wants to keep you down? We have Jimmie Smith today. Jimmie Smith, welcome to the podcast, the number 2 episode. How's it feel, buddy?
Welcome, Jim.
Man, it feels crazy. I mean, if you asked me 5 years ago today where I'd be at, I definitely wouldn't say here. So it's pretty insane, man. It's pretty awesome.
Jimmie is my top mod. Sorry, John, if you're listening to this. But Jimmie, we're going to tell you how I met Jimmie. We've got some crazy stories. We're going to get into some real world craziness, but this is going to be a great episode, so stick around. We're going to have you laugh. We're probably going to have you cry. Trevor cries a lot, so it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to let Trevor jump into some questions, and we're going to jump right into this episode, and it's going to be a great one. So let's get started.
Yeah, for sure. We're pumped here, Jim. Welcome. And
appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on. Second one. This is exciting. First thing that we're going to talk about, man, is, of course, this is a lawn care industry podcast. So tell us a little bit. I know you have a full-time job that involves that, and then you kind of have a side hustle. So let's hear kind of a day in the life, bud.
Yeah. So basically, I work full time for Merrill Landscape Services out of Champaign. It's $1 million landscaping company that
Sounds fancy.
I mean they get it done, man. They're doing the snow removal, building patios, mowing grass, all the basics when it comes to our industry. So that's what they do.
And what is your role with them?
I'm the production manager. So basically, I do all the routing, scheduling for the guys, and then I make sure all the crews their equipment's all good, up to date. Nothing needs fixed out or anything like that. Make sure all the trucks are rolling, everything like that. So just make sure every flow of things are just rolling good and making sure things are getting done.
Nice.
And then, I do run a little thing on the side. I'm Quality Brothers Lawn Care on the side.
Quality Brothers. Now that's what
Quality
your
Brothers. I like
too,
that.
Right?
Yep. Quality Brothers.
How many followers do you have on Instagram, Jimmie?
So right now I only have about 1,000 on Instagram and about 1,000 on TikTok.
And again, this is Quality Brothers. Is it just at Quality Brothers Lawn Care?
Yep, Quality Brothers Lawn Care. My TikTok handle, I think it's just Quality Brothers.
Let's give him a couple of followers, and just to show, we're not after million follower. This is a 1,000 follower guy. He basically, honestly, had to pay us to get on here. Let's give him a couple of followers and help him out with that. Now, tell us about your part-time hustle. How many accounts you think you're going to cut this year on the side?
So right now I'm rolling 20 over, so nothing crazy. But I generated all that honestly from gutter cleanings that profited myself into getting them into a mowing contract. So I'm finally bought my first mower this year. It's a cheap little fella. Got a little $3,000 mower. It's a Sand-On Right. It's my local dealer. That's all I have over here. So
what size deck you got?
52. I went with the basic 52.
I always tell people if you got to get one, a 52 is the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what all my my basic gate sizes are 52. So I mean it gets me front and back.
If you're cutting $20, $50 yards, that's a hell of a lot of money each week coming in.
It's a good side hustle.
That's a college degree job on the side.
Oh yeah.
All depending on how you file your taxes.
Of course.
But
we don't talk about that.
A lot of money. Now, Jimmie, tell the people how old you are.
I actually just turned 23 in November, late November.
Tell the people what you are, Jimmie. You are a homeowner.
Yes, I just bought my second house.
Let's go.
The world will tell you
second.
And they will tell you he's got a detached garage. The thing's badass. The world will tell you, I think right now, like the first-time home buyer average is 40. And all sorts of bullshit. Jimmie just turned 23. He just bought his second house. He's got no handouts. This joker makes money. And you can make excuses or you can make money. And my boy Jimmie rolls in some money, man.
That's
Only
awesome,
I
man.
problem is
tried
Yeah,
he's
to.
it's
got a
not
I tried
impossible.
to. I
little
tried to,
Chevy
man.
truck for some reason. I don't know why. He's making all this money. Why would he have a Chevy truck, Trevor? How does that?
Hey, that bow tie taught me right.
Hey, buddy, I roll around a Duramax, buddy.
Hey, that's my dream. I want a 5P very bad.
Now, a question I want to hear, Jimmie, is how did you first hear about the Stripe Life platform and community?
Okay, believe it or not, when I first started with my career of this, I was working with my boss and just asking him, "Hey, man, what can I do to get better? Like, I'm trying to figure out how I can get better. I just want to figure out ways." And he has said, "Well, I think I'm a part of this Facebook group chat. It's called like Stripe Life or something, and it's pretty helpful." And the second I got on there, man, I mean, I was invested. I
And
mean,
that's
I
the
every
guy.
day.
That's the guy that I met with you.
That actually is a different guy.
Okay.
That one that's a little bit later down the road. But this was the when I first started at Merrill. I
Nice.
worked for them for about 2 years. Then that's when I moved to Nashville, and then just moved back to them. So,
Nice.
but he ended up his name's Dan. Ended up getting me onto the Stripe Life, and then that's what ended up getting me. I mean,
You get
just
hooked. And honestly,
head
that's
over heels.
the whole way I started. I was cutting on the side, cutting a couple neighbors. I'd see these yards that are perfect, and I would go out and I'd be like, "Hey, like, what can I use to get better stripes? Is it the blades? Is I didn't know anything." And I would go into these lawn care groups. I don't even know what they were called. And I was like, "Hey, how do I do this? How do I get better?" And they'd be like, "You should fucking know this." And I was like, "If I knew, I wouldn't be asking you."
Of course,
And that's what started this whole thing was how do I actually get better, but surround myself with people that truly want to help? And, flash forward almost 10 years, my pawn shop full-time gigs coworker was my first follower. And I was like, dude, I'm going to create something that's actually going to help people. And look, you're rolling in your second house you've bought. You're 23.
exactly.
You are 17 years ahead of the game, statistic wise, and that's all because your hard work and learning a couple little pro tips from guys with really good hair. That's how it works.
That's what we were all looking for, man. I can remember back being in that same situation, and you go around asking those questions, and some of the comments and some of the stuff that you catch from some of these guys, it's ridiculous. They treat you like you're a nobody and look at you like an idiot. And I mean, even if you are at that point, all you're doing is looking for a little bit of help and some advice. So, I mean, to have somewhere to go for that was like gold back in the day,
People don't want to
Exactly.
see you do good, and it's
But they
not
don't want
all people,
competition too.
not
There's
all
enough for
people, but
everybody to eat.
people
Exactly.
just like they pass their fears onto you. Oh man, hold on, this 23-year-old owns a house and he's making more money on his part-time job than I'm making. Like they get jealous, they get mean, and they take that fear and anxiety, and it's almost like they're mad at themselves, and they pass that on to other people, and that's what I can't stand. We have so many blocked people in our Facebook group. We'd probably have 100,000 plus if I wasn't as strict and key on keeping it clean. But it's just it blows my mind how so many places people don't want to truly help people, and
You hit it, man. You hit it right there. That's what it
it's
is. It's the
crazy.
people that don't want to push that hustle and don't want to put their nose to the grindstone. They get upset with the people that do. And there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
Now,
Jimmie,
what?
tell the people how was it when we met in real life for the first
Yeah,
time?
what was it like when you first met the
Dude.
Ken Morris? Because
Okay,
I've got a
so
story, but I want to hear
man,
others.
so I'm gonna be honest with you. I was rolling up with my buddies from, my coworkers from down in Nashville.
What's his
It was
name,
my
Rex or something?
It was Rusty and
Rusty.
Ray.
Rusty and
Rusty
Reed.
and
They were
Ray.
both really cool.
They're really cool fellas, really cool dudes. I still communicate with them both. They're still
Nice.
good guys. And we were rolling up, and the whole drive up there, I mean, these dudes were giving me the everything like, "Oh, you're gonna meet Ken. You're gonna meet Ken." And like, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was a little bit of a fangirl. Like
I remember when I
I
saw
was like,
Ballard the first time, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
every day I was on. I mean, every day I'm on Stripe Life, looking at new things, like trying to figure out new ways of improving. So, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a massive fangirl. And then Happened to be,
It was
we
Friday.
were, yeah, it was after the welcome party.
Yeah, it was like Tuesday. I'm sitting at this table with my brother at Fridays. Now, my brother is the most anti lawn care person. He cuts half of his yard with a Ryobi battery mower, and then he cuts the other half of it like 3 weeks later. Okay, but I told my brother, I said, "Look, dude, like we've given away a couple trucks here. We've got some fans out here. Like out here, I'm kind of like a little bit of a big deal." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." So we sit down at Fridays. It's just me and my brother. This random guy comes up and he sits down at the table, just sees me, sits down. Hey, Ken, what's going on, man? What are you guys doing? I have no idea who this guy is. My brother's like, who the
And
fuck-
this is you,
who the
Jim.
hell- No, this is somebody
No.
else.
No,
So
no.
my brother's like, who the hell is this? I was like, I don't know, man. So the guy's just sitting down at the table. And then go ahead, Jimmy, you can take back over. This is Friday.
And so I mean, it was a fluke for us to go into Fridays. So
Yeah.
we got done. We had a few drinks. So Rusty said, I was like, I'm going to run in here and go to the bathroom real quick. And we were like, all right. And they were like, well, we can't go to the bathroom unless we do something, like buy something. So we're like, well, let's have a drink. So we went and sat down at the bar and we're sitting there and Rusty looks at me and he goes, is that Ken? And I go, dude, stop. Stop playing with me, dude. Like, it's getting annoying at this point. Like, you guys are being annoying. And he goes, no, I'm serious. Like, I think that's Ken. And then all of a sudden, I heard the laugh. And I was like, no, that's him. No, that's him. And I'm like, no way.
That is
I'm
so funny.
fangirling at this point. And, well, my boss is super big on just, like, put yourself out there. Like, it's a small world. You never know what's going to happen. Just put yourself out there. He's like, go talk to him. And I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna let him have his moment. I'll talk to him tomorrow at the expo. And then he goes, all right. And then just gets up and he walks over to him. And then all of a sudden he's like,
Dude,
guys,
the guy was
waves
so
us
cool.
over.
He walks over and he's like, "Hey, are you Ken?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Look, man, like we just drove. What was it from Tennessee or something?"
Yep, Nashville.
He's like, "We drove all the way from Nashville because one of my workers is like, you're like his favorite person, dude." And he's like, "Is it okay if he comes over and gets a picture?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "We usually do $50. It's like Venmo, PayPal, whatever." And the guy's looking at me and he's like, okay, all right, we can do that. And all of a sudden he goes, he waves Jimmy over, and Jimmy comes over, and he's like giggly as anything. And he's like getting his phone out literally to pay. I was like, look, dude, I'm just fucking with you. And I think like didn't SB like just roll up too?
SB pulled up,
Like
Grow We Mow It pulled up.
SB
I mean,
walks right in, and they're all like just looking at me, and I was like, bro, do you have any idea who this is? This is like SB mowing, like, and he's like, what, who? And I was like, this guy's got 30 million followers, but we ended up taking a couple pictures. We sat there joking. The guy, what was it? Rusty was super cool. The other guy that works with him, his boss was like super cool, and he's like, look, man, like, can I get you a drink? And I was like, yeah. I was like, give me a strawberry daiquiri, but make sure they put in like a beer mug or something like masculine or something. And the guy he's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I'm serious. So it was pretty funny, but I told Jimmy and his guys, I said, look, dude, like we're going to be set up, I think all day at what was that one? Was that Hustler at the time?
that was Hustler. That was Hustler when you were with your brother.
So we go back a while, and I said,
That was the magazine cover.
I said, dude, like, come over. Yeah, that's what we were on that thing. I said, come over, check us out. I got some stuff for you. I might have something. I didn't tell him, but I was like, I might have something I can do for you. So,
This was crazy.
we were sitting there for like probably an hour or two shooting the shit and stuff at this Fridays, but they come over to us on Wednesday, and, we're talking again. We got people all around us. And I said, look, man, Cenex, that was the first year we gave away our first truck ever. So there's a lot going on. And I said, look, Cenex is when we first started working with Cenex. I said they gave me these like a handful of these VIP passes. They've got all this you can eat and drink in a special area of the concert they're sponsoring. I said I might be able to get you and the two guys in, and they were like, you could tell they were so excited. I've never been either, so I'm excited. And I was able to get them tickets into that Cenex first VIP concert, and that was the cool one. That was with Dylan Scott and
Dylan Scott,
Third
yep.
Eye Blind.
Third Eye, yep.
So
That was a good one.
that was crazy, but
Yeah, we
I
didn't
didn't
get
know. I didn't know how old Jimmy was. Jimmy had a full beard. Okay, I don't know what he shaved off now, but this Joker had like a full beard. I figured he was 25 years old, so I get him into this all you can eat and drink, And we finally we get our food, we get drinks. Now for me, I wasn't waiting in line, so I just had a bunch of White Claws, right? And but they were like the manly White Claws. They were like cedar. Their flavor was like cedar or pine or something.
Good save.
It wasn't like strawberry or anything. But I would sit down. We're in this VIP section, all you can eat drink. Jimmie sits down next to me. He's got like 2 fucking whiskeys with him. I was like, yeah. I was like, how old are you, dude? And he's like, 20. I was like, what the? They don't even. He's like, they didn't card me at all, and he just kept going back and drinking whiskey.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
I mean, Rocky was the man, and I mean, he was. I mean, golly, I mean, that was.
I was like, oh man, I got these kids in here, underage, drinking full blown whiskey, and then I look over in our entire section. Okay, it's like a roped off private section, and I think at the time, Kentucky was still pretty weird on marijuana. Like it was like you get 20 years in jail for marijuana, and
Yeah.
our whole section is mixed between underage drinking and full blown gummies. These jokers are on 20s, 50s, hundreds. I'm like my whole section, John, my brother, like I might take a gummy 3-4 times a year. But dude, these guys are like out of it on 50s, and I'm like, how do you take a 50? I'd be done. So I won't admit or deny that I was on something as well, not to mention 6 or 7 White Claws. But I'm like,
Sorry,
dude, we've got illegal drugs and we've got underage drinking, and this is my first.
It's like a Motley Crue concert,
my
man.
first
Right.
with Phoenix too. So I was like, man, we're going to jail tonight. And then
Oh man.
I that's when I lost the title to the truck. So that was Thursday night. We already gave away the truck. It was this older guy that was real cool. And I'm like sitting there the whole night, panicked, like I lost my book bag. It's got all my private stuff in it, my title. And then it like hits me after 7 White Claws and some edibles of where it is. I'm like, guys, I know where this thing is at. and we break back into the expo at 11 o'clock, and I find the damn book bag with the title just sitting there at the hustler table. And I was like, thank you,
Legendary.
God. It was
Legendary.
It was pretty crazy, but yeah, that's how me and Jimmie met. And since then, for years, he's been like one of my best moderators. He helps us out in the Facebook group. The one expo after that, he came out. We stayed together. Had a couple guys, got a house together, and Jimmie helped me the whole time. First show at the Ferris, which we shut down, which was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was pretty good. And then Jimmie also had a good time at that PBR bull riding place with a couple ladies,
Oh man.
Hey, when in Rome, man. When in Rome.
What do you think, Jimmie? How is being behind the stripe, we like to say? Like you're actually like the core, one of the core guys that you get to see that group. You get to see all the crazy things we kick people out on, all the behind the scenes. Like, is it what you thought it was going to be, or is it more work, or is it crazier, or what do you think?
Man, people don't understand what it takes to get this job done, man. Like, they look at the numbers and, like, yeah, I mean, some people like SB have got 3 million, but like 70, 80,000 hardcore real people who grind each and every day, to slim it down to that. I mean, I'd rather be a part of something like that than a bunch of just fake paid for, I'm not saying everybody's paid for or anything like that, but I mean, that's what it really comes down to.
The group is nice because it's like the target audience of our industry, and the group is like the only physical thing. Like you can buy fake bots on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on a Facebook page, but you can't fake a group. And a private group is so much even more valuable. But there's so much behind the scenes. So many guys I have, like half my college baseball team, guys like Jimmie and John and different people. That group is still my baby. That's where we started. That's what I think is the most valuable thing to the Stripe Life brand. And it's our most valuable like social page in my opinion, and Jimmie's a big help and one of those guys that just help make it work, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Cool. Blessed to be a part of it, man. Blessed to be a part of it.
Seeing you at Fridays,
crazy, man. I mean, I said, if you had asked me 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be here, man. It's unreal.
Yeah, Ken always says if you don't ask, you don't receive. So
Yeah.
it's crazy what will happen with just a little conversation at a
And I
Fridays.
remember like the way
Exactly.
Jimmie talks, because I've been there. I'm old now. I turned 40 this year, but I remember like my first one, and I was a Ballard ambassador by the time I saw him out at the expo. So like I got a Ballard code, and we get little spiffs, and I remember seeing him out there. 5'2", 145, 2% body fat, walking around. He had like a team of people holding bags, and he's like Santa Claus. He's like Jack Santa Claus, and he's got people handing out Ballard hats and handing out stuff. And this guy's walking around the expo like with like a halo around him, just glowing. And it's like as soon as you saw him, it's like, ah! And like I was so nervous when I saw him, and I'm technically like one of his guys. At the time, he really didn't have a lot of ambassadors like he does now, and I remember that. I was like, holy shit, like you literally get starstruck. It's like, it's the same as if we were meeting like freaking Patrick Swayze or something. It's like
Right?
legitimate starstruck over these people you follow online is pretty
Unreal.
cool.
It's a
Yeah.
magic place, the expo, man. It is like that too. It's these people that you follow for years on social, and then the dude comes around the corner, and it's like, hey, whoa.
I like to tell people it's like a contagious positive vibe. That whole show is just like it's like you're at the Emmys, you know what I mean, or the Oscars, and it's like, hey, like you might follow a guy and he might only have 5 or 10,000 followers, but you love his content, you love what his mission is, and you follow everything. You know his kids' names, you know his wife's names, you know what kind of car he's got, and you know him. And it's like once you see him in real life, you're like, holy crap, man! Like you just get like Jimmy's, you just get a little nervous, and it's like
Yep.
this, and that's the whole vibe of the expo. Not to mention you get to try the equipment and see the equipment, but every time you turn around, it's somebody else that you watch their video, and it's like being in the TV. It's very cool.
Unreal.
It's amazing how many of them too. It's 10-minute conversation in your buddies because it's like you're doing the same thing they are. You just don't realize it because they're on a different level when it comes to the social program. So
I mean, look at that, Jimmy. You talk to somebody online for a while, and then you meet them in real life. You go to the expo, and next thing you know, you sell everything you own, and you buy a log cabin 2,500 miles away.
Yep.
And you make the guy your permanent weed whacker guy, and here you are.
Yep.
Now we're just growing.
Here we are.
yeah, there was nothing in the contract about permanent weed whacking. Just
Pretty
to make that clear to
pretty
the
sure it
audience.
was like Ken is allergic to weed whacking, and but we're gonna see. What do you think about that, Jim? What do you think about the Stripe Life Montana?
I'm just waiting for my phone call
Yeah.
out there,
Hey,
man.
you're gonna be a third truck.
Come on
I got
out,
me a
buddy.
cabin as
I
well.
mean, man, I'm excited for you, man. I mean,
It's
I'm excited for you both. I mean,
Thanks. Thanks.
this
Yeah.
is gonna be,
I
I think this is gonna
understand
take
why
Stripe Life to the
people,
next level.
people talk about, I want to move to Colorado, I want to move to the mountains, I want to buy a log cabin in the woods and get the hell away from everybody. But pulling it off has been one of the hardest things in my life, and this is all self-inflicted stress. You're talking around the holidays. I'm buying a house. I'm negotiating that. I'm battling with these people. I'm working out a contract with Trevor, to make sure everything's on the up and up. Where, I got my 18-year-old son's like either getting in a car accident or breaking his hand or coming home late. So I got that drama as well. People
Of
forget
course.
that you've never been 39 and the father of an 18-year-old before. You've never had a 10-year-old girl that acts like she's 25.
You've
Like,
never decided to move your whole family across the country.
we've never
Yeah.
been where we are today. And you like to think, oh, like my dad could do that. Well, like everybody just wings shit until you get through it. And then after you get through it once, you get a little bit better. But we're all just winging this game. And I've got so much stuff going on. I tell my wife, hey, like, look, I am suffocating in Maryland. I've been in the same circle. She's been to multiple states and lived in different places. I've lived in the same circle for 39 years. It's like I can't do it anymore. I believe in Trevor. I told her. I said, I know what I can do. I got money that we make from the socials. I can go cut 10, 20 yards any day of the week and make money. I'm a sales guy. I don't care. We've got some money. I've saved up. I've worked hard in my life. But I was like, this guy, Trevor, I was like, he's got something that I know I could 3X with him very easily. With my ability to get some help and equipment and my ability with the socials, and because everybody can start a second or third truck. You got to have second or third truck equipment. You got to have second and third truck, money. And when
People.
we mix what Trevor has going to start and what I could do to just throw fuel on his fire, it was just like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And the
And,
location, man. It's just everything about this place is beautiful. It's awesome. It's a lot easier if you're born here
Yeah.
to get here and do this stuff.
They
Believe
hate
it or not.
outsiders, which is weird. I'm probably gonna have to kick a couple people's ass. I've already said this, man. I mean, I get it if they don't want like liberals and certain type of people out in their country, but I'm not that. So it's like, dude, like, but anytime you make, like, we made that post off his front porch thing, it got like 60,000 views or something. Everybody's like, stay home, don't come out here. We're full. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, we got a lot of those.
I'm gonna have to change my number again to like a Montana number.
It's California. That's where you get most of the hate from, is these guys that are coming from California, which it's crazy because a lot of the people that do come from California are the people that we want in the state, but we do get the others, and it causes, kind of a black eye for everybody. But hey, if you're coming to contribute, and you can make it work, and you're not bringing your politics and stuff with you, come on over, man. That's the way I feel.
It's been pretty crazy, Jimmie. I mean, we hope to get you out there for vacation this year. Take a look. Hey, by the time you come out there, we've probably doubled his operation within a few months. I mean, he's got a guy that's going to help him out, maybe give him a couple accounts. We've got Lawn Buddy, who has been amazing for
Steven, shout out.
Steve helped us with so much stuff last year. Then he helped us big time at the show. We gave out spinners, shirts, hats, everything. He helped us with pulling off that truck, and he is like literally creating a team for us to help us market and get so many clients out of the gate, which he doesn't have to do. That's the difference. That's like why we left Jobber. Like, it's not about money. It's not about spiffs. It's about working with companies that you literally believe in. And Steve is a veteran, and the company is like Jobber is basically like general. You could be a hair cutter, you could be whatever, house cleaner, and you can use Jobber. Lawn Buddy is geared for people that are like us. It has the route optimization, the prices are better, everything is designed for us. So not only is he the best CRM in the game, but the dude is like literally helping us
genuine
at no cost for some of this stuff as well, which would usually cost thousands a month. He's like, we're going to get you guys so many accounts that you can't cut them. And so, because Trevor was telling, hey, our biggest thing is we got to make payroll. We got to, Ken wants $300,000 first year to get him out here. So it's like,
can't afford this guy, Steven. I can't afford him.
Like, I know he's a movie star, but Steve's like, I got it. We're going to get you your phone ringing off the hook. You're going to take over the Bitterroot Valley. And it's going to be a crazy, crazy year, man. Like, I can't wait to get you out there in the summer, because once you come out there, it's going to be hard to go back home.
I mean, no bullshit at all. I mean, the guy calls and just asks how you're doing. I mean, to have backing by a company like that, where the CEO calls and says, hey, how's the family? That's wicked.
Yeah.
And
that's like, Steve is the one that, like, I don't want to say forced me, but like almost forced me and Trevor to go to that Christian breakfast. And I was like, me and Trevor had literally the hardest time getting that truck out there. It was 12 hours. I mean, my little passenger princess.
We could have used you, Jim.
But 12 hours in the regular cab with a trailer, we almost lost the truck. We had all the stuff with the scratches. I mean, it was crazy, but I was like, look, Trevor, I'm not waking up and going to this thing at 7 a.m. before I got to stand for 8 hours in the Cenex booth and hand out tickets. Like, I'm not going to do it. And Trevor's like, I think maybe we owe the man upstairs like going to this thing, because somehow that guy helped us out. He came to the parking lot and got the truck cleaned up somehow. So we went, and it ended up being great. It was
amazing.
It was
powerful,
so inspirational. Like, they had the football player, they had the different guys, like the head of Wright Mowers. And I mean, it was just like really just almost like a Ray Lewis speech that just got you geared up for that whole day. And not only did it get you motivated, it got me right in the head to be like, hey, there's a couple things, there's some drama going on. I think it was Singletary. I could respond bad, and I could go throw somebody through a wall, but hey, it composed me. It told me to do better, and that ended up being really good. So Steve
it was Mike Singletary. He had a powerful speech right after Walker.
Yeah.
The guy from Walker had a great one too.
It was,
All
it
right,
was
Jimmie.
pretty-
So listen, man, back to you. You know, you work these two jobs. This is something that a lot of people make excuses about, man. Hey, I got a full-time job. I can't start something on my own. How do I build something? How do I build my dream? And you're doing it, man. I mean, tell us about how you accomplish that. What do you do to get through the day, the highs and the lows? And I mean, is your side hustle, is this quality, is it Quality Brothers? Is that it?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is this something that you're going to pursue full time eventually? Are you going all in, as they say?
I mean, I think that's everybody's goal at the end of the day. You know, once it gets there, jump the gun and go the full time. So I mean, my goal is full time for sure, but it's building process for sure.
Now, Jimmie, let me ask you something right here in front of our 8 million followers of Behind the Stripe. Which what do we have? What do we have, Trevor? 12 right now? I don't even know.
Yeah, we might be a little over 12.
Yeah,
Close to 8 million.
But in front of the whole followers, and obviously we put this in front of our platform, which is 500,000 total, if you count the Canadians. What would it take for Quality Brothers to go all in this year? What do you need? How you're literally like one of my guys, okay? What would it take for us to help you?
I want to see it.
What does it take? Do you need handheld equipment? Do you need racks? Like what would it take if somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna deliver all this shit to you tomorrow"? Would you do it? And what do you need to do it?
I mean, that's like a dream. I mean,
No bullshit. You got a guy right here in front of you saying, "Hey, I can get you some racks delivered. I can get you a blower delivered. I can get you maybe even a mower as a demo delivered to use all year for free until you start rolling." But what do you think if you said, if I had this, and this, because this is the way the world works. Everybody makes excuses. And hey, I'm almost 40 and I'm finally jumping all in. So I'm not one to tell you're 23. So but the difference is we want you to do it faster than us. But if somebody said, "What do you need to do this?" What do you need?
All I need is just a mower, a blower, and a string trimmer, man, and I will get her done. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's it. It's just a mindset is what it comes down to. And it's
what kind of
dedication.
mower? So you have your 52. What other mower do you think, if you had in your garage tomorrow, that you could launch this year full time, no bullshit, no turning back?
I mean, a big old 61 obviously is everybody's dream. Nice sit down or a big stand on would be nice to start taking on maybe some commercial accounts and
So
stuff
if
like
you
that.
you got your 52 right, if we got you a 60-inch mower to demo this whole season, and we got you, let's say we get like somebody like Pro Parts Direct, okay? Shout out Ed. Let's say Pro Parts Direct. So in this world, you find out, and this is why treating people with respect and treating people good comes back and circles around, you know, in the world of karma, because you never know what somebody's going to go through. But the people you know, it's all about who you know in this life, and I believe that. But let's say I could get you a 60-inch demo from Ferris. Let's say Ed from Pro Parts Direct delivers you a 9010T. Now you're small. I don't know if you can physically. You might tornado.
And I don't know if I can handle that.
But let's say Ed at Pro Parts Direct will deliver you maybe an 800 Echo if you're not big enough for the 9010. Cenex, shout out Sophia and Tracy. They'll send you an 810 blower that in a bunch of batteries, and I use that thing on half my accounts. So let's say you got two of the top
Yeah, I love
blowers.
mine.
You got a great battery blower. You got a great top of the line gas blower. You got a 60-inch mower dropped off. Would that make you go all in? Do you think you could take that equipment and take Quality Brothers to the next level and jump in full time?
Yeah, I seriously think I could.
So in front of these
Let's
80
go.
million followers, we could turn Quality Brothers from a side gig to a full gig if the powers of Stripe Life can all work in your favor.
I mean, it's everybody's dream, right? It's the American dream.
That's it, buddy.
You think you could pull it off? So if I'm literally no bullshit. I'll call Ed from Pro Parts. I'll
I'm
call
like
Chad from Ferris.
shaking at this point, man.
will
This is
send you
crazy.
whatever you need. Sophia and Cenex will send it to you, but you got to be able to get the accounts. Now, do you think you can get the accounts and start this year running?
I
You
think
got
I
a
can
mortgage,
for sure.
buddy.
I think I can for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy, if it's something that you want,
Trying to
I will do whatever I can to get you this equipment and reach out and call in all the favors I have. We can get you some racks from Gridiron. Me and Trevor just ordered. We've got an enclosed trailer coming in a month. We've got all these racks from Gridiron, the aluminum posts, the best racks in the game. Gridiron will send you some stuff that you need to get those blowers up off the ground, get them in a nice trailer. But I think I know I can do it. Okay. And the whole thing is, I don't want to do it, and I don't want to pressure you. If you're not ready to jump, don't jump. But if you tell me right now, hey, if you can get me this, and this, that's all I need, because I know you're a hard worker. Are you going to do it in front of everybody right now? I get you this stuff, and I want you to tape it. Hey, look, Ken just got a 60-inch Z3 dropped off for me to demo all year long. I might even be able to get you a Greenworks. I mean, because the whole world is going to want to see you jump. Because
Yeah, we want to hear back. Definitely.
you've got 40-year-olds, you got 50-year-olds, you got these guys that are going to be mean and jealous, right? But everybody's afraid to jump. So if we get this stuff right now, are you telling us you'll jump?
I'll jump.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'll show everybody. I'll take it to the next level.
That's my IT guy there, Trevor.
Sorry, cut that a little short.
We're gonna see what we can do, and no bullshit, man. I'm not playing around. Like I'm jumping this year, so I might as well take you in the drown with me. You know, if we're gonna die
Right.
together.
Behind the Stripe is trying to make dreams come true here, Jimmy.
Yeah, but I think, and Jimmy's not a regular person. Okay, Jimmie is my right hand guy. Okay, him and John are like two of the best things that's ever happened to the Stripe Life community. They're unsung heroes, and that's what we talked about in this podcast. But
Yeah.
I know I can do it. And my favorite part about Stripe Life is giving away the trucks and giving away mowers and doing stuff like this, because you're already there, man. Like, the hardest thing in life is to buy a house. If you buy a house, they look at your taxes. You can't write off everything.
You
do
can't
everything.
fake
But
that.
Once you get the house, you're set. Now you have your LLC. You can write off everything under the sun, and you don't have to show anybody anything. But you're already there. You're already good to go. We could have you making what you make at your full-time job and probably one more day out by yourself. So
Beautiful, man. I mean,
if I can get you this stuff delivered, you're going to do it.
full send, man.
All right.
Full
Well,
send.
we're going to follow
Yeah,
back
we're gonna
up
have you
with-
back. Yeah, we're gonna have you back
And,
if that
we're
follows through.
We're going to see if
I'll
we
make it
jump,
happen.
because
I'll
I
have the
know-
numbers and
I
everything
know,
ready for y'all.
We only align with good people and good brands, and hell, we can get you Lawn Buddy set up to help you. I know
That'd be
Steve will help you out.
fantastic.
We're gonna literally use all the power I have and pass that over to you, and get you some equipment to keep. We're gonna get you a mower to demo, and that 160-inch mower. No bullshit. If Ferris will help us, will change your life.
Let's
Oh,
go,
man.
Ferris.
So
Man, I mean,
we're gonna.
I don't
we're
even
gonna
know what to
follow
say,
back
man.
up. We're gonna follow back up on that. So we've got a lot of things going on. We've got the illegal drugs and alcohol, which was good. We've got forcing Jimmie to jump this year. You know, to 17 years sooner than Stripe Life. But now we're gonna get in. Now we're gonna get into some other stuff. Okay, so you ready for this, Jimmie? This is the reason that Behind the Stripe, I think, is gonna be set apart from other podcasts, because we're not after a flex on how big these accounts are and how big these companies are. We're after real emotion. We're after real people. And how do you get through in life? How do you get through this stuff? So I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're going to get into some serious stuff. And are you ready for this?
let's do it, man.
All right. So Jimmie, again, you are 23.
Yep.
Now, Jimmie has lost his father. He does not have his father anymore. He's not
Sorry,
as
Jimmie.
lucky as a lot of us. How old were you, Jimmie, when you lost your dad?
We just hit the 10-year mark this
10
year.
years. So
So
13
I
years
was
old.
13 years old when it
Man.
went
Now,
down.
at 13 years old to 18 years old, I will admit right here, I'm sure my dad will listen to this, I was probably the biggest piece of shit in Harford County, Maryland. Okay, a lot of dumb stuff. Got suspended a couple times. You name it. I was making. Well, I wasn't. My Asian friend was making the report card on Excel, and we were selling report cards. Okay, If you name it, I was doing it wrong. I didn't get in the drugs, thank God, but I was doing some bad stuff, and I
I
was
was
not a
there with you,
great guy.
Ken. I was
Not
there
a
too,
great
buddy.
guy, and I can't imagine that if my dad was gone at 13, there's 0% chance that I grew up and turned into a good man. Okay? There is 0%. Jimmie, the reason I bring this up, okay, is to highlight the man that you are today. You lost
Yeah,
your dad
buddy.
at 13 years old, and this guy owns a house at 23. He works full time. He cuts basically his only days off. He's cutting 20 plus yards. But how in the hell are you the way you are today without the help of your dad? And who made you like this? How did you get here without your dad?
So there's a list of people that I can thank. I mean, obviously from the jump, I couldn't do it without my mom.
Yeah.
With all glory to my mom. I mean, she takes it with, I mean, getting emotional now talking about her. She's fights 3 jobs a day.
Now, and
She
about your mom fights 3 jobs. Your mom's young, isn't she? 40 something?
My mom's actually 52 or
52,
53.
and your
Yeah.
mom is
That's young.
battling cancer.
Yep.
Jimmie didn't make it to the expo last year, which was he's my right hand man. I was like, dude, what do you mean you're not going? Jimmie's mom got cancer, and
Yeah.
Jimmie dropped everything. He's by his mom's side. I mean, this guy is like a saint, and your mom's doing great
got it,
now,
man.
isn't she?
Yeah, so back in, I want to say it was September, she went into the hospital, and man, it happened fast. It happened really fast. We jumped into October, and boom, 16 chemo treatments. She was pounding every week.
Oh,
She was at stage 4. It was bad there for a minute. And then the second the chemo treatments got over, we had about a 2-week break. And then on Expo Day, I think it was the Wednesday of Expo, she had her surgery and fought through the surgery. And then we had a little bit of a scarce. She ended up getting pneumonia and blood clots in her lungs, ended up going back to the hospital. And she was in there for about a week and a half and was fighting like a champ. We got scared there for a little bit. But she ended up pulling through, and she's now literally the best she's ever been since she
she's like
started this
Iron Man
process.
now, bro.
She's Superman for
That's
sure.
She's
awesome.
better than before. And what blows my mind again, to touch on this, and this is why I bring this up, not to hurt you with this stuff,
No.
but to highlight how amazing of a man that I think you are.
Appreciate
I have my mom and my dad. They're both healthy. We come from oxes, man. We are built. We are big backs, and we are powerful, and we're lucky. And I'm blessed. And to watch Jimmie grow from 13 up without his dad, to watch Jimmie get tested with his mom now, he's fought all this way, and then bam. So I don't know why.
it's admirable, Jim.
I don't know why you're getting tested like this. I don't know what God has in store for you, and why he had to take your dad early. I don't know why he played with you for your mom. I'm glad your mom is on the up and up, and she's hopefully lives 40 more years. But there's a reason that you're being tested with all this. And if you look at it, look, you're 23 with a house. You're successful. You have a job. You've got a part-time job. I think with the help of the Stripe Life platform and friends that we can get you out on your own this year. And at 23 years old, you could be a business owner. You could have 2 or 3 trucks by the end of the year. This little bit of equipment that is nothing to these multi-million-dollar companies, even billion-dollar companies, I think we can get you there. And to be honest with you, Jimmie, I've never really met anybody else that I think deserves a little hand up before than you. I think
Let's go.
that the reason that some of us get lucky, and I don't mean lucky because I grinded through all sorts of stuff to get the followers that we have, but some people, they get a little platform, their head goes real big, and they turn into an asshole. And other people use that platform to better this world. So I think that we can help you, and I want to help you, and I hope that we can make it to where you have your own company, and now you got a couple employees, because if there's somebody that deserves a little help, and there's somebody that's proven that they can walk through fire and walk through hell, I think it's Jimmie Smith.
Dude,
What do you think about that, Jim?
that's an unreal. I just
I think
Like I said, 5 years ago today,
I
I
think
would
we
have
can do
never
it,
thought
man.
I'd be here, man.
I
This
think
is unreal.
I think we can do it. Again, like I'm talking a demo, so I think we can get
No,
you to
yeah,
use a mower for free all year. I know I can get you handhelds, the best stuff that I think that's out there. Cenex blowers, an Echo trimmer, an Echo blower. I mean, we can get you some racks from Gridiron. I mean, some obviously some Cujo equipment from Sean and them.
You got to get yourself
Lawn
some
Buddy.
customers.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to
for
get
sure,
some
man.
customers, and we can get you the equipment. And just really wanted to touch on that because it blows my mind. Like Josh, who's my moderator and my buddy from college baseball, he's lost both his parents, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, how do you guys like, how do you do this? Because
That'd be in an alley,
you know,
man.
it's crazy to me. And then, like I said, there's isn't a shot in hell that if I didn't have my dad, as much as we butted heads, as much as he rock bottomed me on the hardwood floor at 15, there's no way, and I don't get it how you did it, but I think you need to stop and you need to be super proud of yourself.
And he's
whatever
proud
that
of you too. I guarantee it, man.
whatever that village
Sure.
that got you to where you are today, I think everybody did a great job. I'm so happy that your mom is pulling through and healthier than ever. But you got to look in the mirror too, Jimmie, and you got to be proud of yourself, dude. Like there's a lot of people
Should be,
that
bud.
could use a situation like that. Hey, whatever. I don't know where you are in your religion or how you believe with God, but a lot of people could blame God for taking their dad early. And if you look in the mirror, look at what you've become. Look at what has been made of all these situations. You could have, if anybody had an excuse, you could have sat down, curled in a ball, got into drugs, got into alcohol, made excuses. But you own a house at 23, and you got a million things going on. And I just think that that's crazy, dude. You're one of my favorite people.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, I couldn't
Wow,
have done
guys.
it without a direction of you too, man. I mean, you've been a massive, massive part of guiding me in ways that you don't even realize, man. So I really appreciate you.
There's some other news we won't we won't get into with Jimmie, but not as like an old man father figure to him, but Jimmie had some girl stuff going on. And I was like, bro, you got to do this. I would call him. I'd yell at him. I actually kicked Jimmie out of being a moderator for a minute. I was like, if you don't do this, you're not a moderator anymore. And it's the only thing I felt like I could hold over his head. And I literally like took away his moderating power for like 2 weeks. And I was like, dude, you have to do this or you're out. And I felt so bad. But yeah, I mean, we try, dude. It's all the guys behind the team. But I just wanted to highlight you because, again, if you listen to our little horrible Law and Order thing that Trevor paid some company to do, it
I
basically,
love
Let's not talk about it.
if we had the right voice, so if anybody does like video stuff,
We need help with that, guys.
yeah, so it doesn't sound like a watered down Timu Law and Order voice. But if you listen to it, it basically
I know
says,
somebody could do better.
we are here to highlight the unsung heroes, and that is you. That the way you've got through life, the how you are doing it right now with your house and all this stuff. 17 years ahead
Full-time
of the
job,
national
side
average.
hustle.
You know, this is what the podcast is about. It's not a flex cast. I don't give
That's
a
right.
shit if you've got $1 million in revenue, how many courses you can sell. I want to know how you did this, and you're literally the exact reason our podcast is out there.
That's it, man. That's it. You are the textbook type of person that we want to talk to. I mean,
Minus the underage whiskey drinking, but
Hey, I'm 23 now,
they,
man.
they
That was
should
a
have
maybe
one
we'll
time
edit,
they
thing.
should
maybe
have
we'll
asked
edit
for
that
ID.
out. I'm
how
not that good at any of that stuff yet, so we'll see what we can do. It might remain in there, but
How do they not ask for ID? I mean, the guy had a beard. I was like, wait a minute, you're 25, right? He's like, I'm 20 years old. I was like, oh my god, bro. This is,
with,
get the hell
Oh,
away from me.
Stripe Life,
Why are you sitting
with
next to me?
Stripe
Get the hell
Life,
away from me.
2
And what was it?
mojitos for
Rusty
Ken.
was, I think Rusty was on like 100 or a 50 or something. The guy's over there just like drooling. And I was like, I'm like, wait a minute, is marijuana like legal in Kentucky yet? And somebody's like, no, it's like,
Nah.
it's really bad.
So
Yeah.
this year, Jimmy, I went, and every single time we left the expo, it was like, all I want to do is go home and go to sleep and lay down.
Well,
I
Jimmy
don't.
was going to
I'm
be
not
with us
going
in that house.
downtown.
We
I'm
got
not
a
going
house very
downtown.
similar to.
He was very similar the year I was down there as well.
People think it's like, oh man, Ken, you're so good looking and your personality. You must go out after the expo and just party all night now. Like, no.
I mean, there
I'm-
was one night I partied until about we
Well,
partied until
remember-
about 3, and then I was back up at 6 o'clock to go and take videos, and I was like, oh man, I'm regretting this a little
Remember,
bit.
remember
Yeah.
we were sitting there having pizza with Charles and Lauren, and everybody was on a vitamin, and we all had our own pizza, and it was after
Yep.
like, a long day at the expo, and Charles starts talking to Lauren about politics, and Lauren, and everybody's on a pretty decent vitamin, okay? And Charles starts talking to Lauren, and they're kind of arguing back and forth about politics, and Lauren's like a vegetarian, doesn't eat meat, and you know, obviously we all got like meat lover shit, and she's like talking about how if we just stop eating cows and stuff because the cows fart so much it's messing up the ozone layer, and literally Jimmy's like, you know, he's probably on like 100, I don't even know how he's alive, and we're sitting there eating pizza, and he's like, well, if we stopped eating them, wouldn't they be farting more? And then everybody just like lost it, man. It was like a bunch of like stoners all cry laughing, eating pizza, and Lauren got so mad. It was hilarious. But
I mean,
it's definitely a lot better having that private house, not being downtown.
Oh, man.
Having a drive
Night and day.
again. So that's what we're probably going to do again. And last year, Jimmy, you missed a good one. We just went to Ruth Chris like a couple times, and it was so. I didn't let Trevor eat during the day. We usually lose like 10 pounds a week, you know. But one meal a day at Ruth Chris at the end of the night was great. So
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, are you going to be there next year?
Oh, I'll be there the whole week this year.
right.
I've already got it squared out. As long as we don't have a crazy little hiccup, but
yeah, we gotta.
hopefully God puts me there this year.
Everybody wants us to get another truck again, and I don't know because I sure as hell ain't driving at 20 hours from Montana. So
Do a golf cart.
we got to
I think-
figure out.
I think we need
gotta
a couple
figure out
dirt bikes or something,
what
man.
to give away. Who knows? Maybe we do a 4-wheeler. Maybe we do two dirt bikes. Maybe we.
Let
do
us know. Put it
something.
in the comments, guys. Give us some ideas. What do
Yeah,
you want to
that's
see
good.
us
Yeah,
give
we've
away
done
at the
5
expo?
trucks, maybe 2 dirt bikes. There was this dirt bike company I saw was going to do last year. They're kind of like retro. They look like Harley Davidson dirt bikes. They're badass. So maybe we do something like that. We kind of dress them up a little bit different this year, but we still do the Yetis. We still shut the show down, but
Always.
pretty crazy.
Let us know what you want to see, guys.
But again, Quality Brothers Lawn Care on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, tell
Give him a
everybody where to find
follow.
you.
You're gonna want to follow this guy because we're gonna try to see. This is no bullshit. Okay, we don't bullshit. We're
Yeah,
gonna
and
try
we'll bring
to
it
see
back
what
on.
we can line up. You know, and if we can line it up, Jimmy's got to jump all in. You know, we burn his house down. I mean, that's the way we do it. That's the way we do it.
You know where I'm at, so
Jimmy Smith, unsung hero of the lawn care industry, an absolutely amazing 23-year-old that has, I think, been through things that a lot of us are lucky to not have to do. But for some reason, again, the man upstairs has put this kid and grown man, we like to say, just through a bunch of stuff. We're so happy that your mom have been following along every step of the way.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear
happy
that,
we got
man.
into that second house. That he's got a detached garage, dude. His shop is right there, so he's set up for this life. His mom's doing great. Make sure you give her our love. We're gonna follow up with everybody, and we'll see because your lawn season's pretty similar, right? What do you guys start like April 1st, somewhere around there?
yeah. We're right now we're starting to do little basic cleanups. Trees are falling, basic little leaf cleanup
And you
stuff
have a
like
trailer
that.
already, obviously, right?
Yeah, small little guy. Got a
Now,
little,
do you have
little
any
guy.
racks on your trailer yet? See, rackless stuff is a different world, man. Like I remember
Yeah.
when I used my ramp
Yeah.
rack, I had a trimmer rack on the side, but I didn't have a blower rack. And those gridiron racks, like you have the blower rack, but they have what's called a universal rack, and that's what we just ordered. So you can put your gas cans on one universal rack. You can put like your battery blower on the other one. You can literally use them for anything.
awesome.
And once you get your trimmer racks and your blower racks and your gas can racks
game
on
changer.
that trailer, Now you're so much faster. If you add up that couple minutes at each place where you're fumbling around with your stuff, right? And now you're efficient. Now you go from hitting 8 yards a day to 15 yards a day and maximizing. Now Jimmie works 3 days a week, and Jimmie makes $3,000 a week working only 3 days, and he's got 4 days off now to do whatever you want.
Yeah, that professionalism and that sense of pride too. When you gotta bitch and set up, man. It's everything.
And where are you? You're Illinois, right?
Central Illinois. Yep.
So Jimmie could be like our first Stripe Life Illinois franchisee. What did we say, Trevor? Like 150 grand buy-in or something?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. So
Cash App, Venmo. What do you guys need?
Making some money, Jimmie.
Montana is the first one. I got 250 out of Trevor, so that's why we did this. Behind
We agreed not to talk about that.
We might have to negotiate.
But honestly, once we get once me and Trevor together, we're business partners, get to $1 million plus in revenue. Now we've got something. Now we could maybe start franchising down the road. I always thought was cool. I really wouldn't want to have.
We got Illinois covered.
Yeah, just one per state is what the dream would be, because you're talking 49 other states we've got to run somehow. But once we build it up first, maybe we'll talk about that. But yeah, we've got Stripe Life Illinois checked off. So if you're in Illinois, you're going to have to start following Brian or somebody else, because you can't use that Stripe Life name.
Go, baby.
But Jimmie Smith, Quality Brothers, one of the top mods. Again, sorry, John. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being
Jimmie.
who you are.
Thank you guys.
And we're going to be
seriously can't thank you guys enough for what you guys just did for me. I mean, this was next level for me, guys.
Remember, there's no going back.
Can't thank you enough.
If we get our partners and our friends to get you this stuff, you've got to jump, right?
I'm already jumping tonight, man.
Well, don't quit your job yet.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
And if your work is watching this, we are completely joking right now. He is not.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's not going to quit you at all. But
this is just Hollywood magic. It's nothing serious. Yeah.
And we're cutting this right at the hour mark, which is going to be great. But huge shout out to Jimmie. Hopefully
thanks,
he comes
Jimmie.
back to
Great
the
talking with
Expo this
you.
year. We'll figure out. Tell us in the comments, what should we give away, and do you think Jimmie's going to jump? So this podcast is going to be Jumping Jimmie, and we're going to see. We're going to follow back up for sure. We're going to talk out to our friends and see what we can do. But thanks for being our second podcast. I think this has been a great episode, and I am Ken behind the stripe, and my fellow friend here,
Jimmie and Trevor behind the stripe here. And thanks for listening, guys. This has been awesome, and we'll see you on the next one. Make sure to get over there and follow Jimmie.
Sweet.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
See you.